Hey, it's Nikki Thompson and welcome to another Morning Momentum video. Today's Monday here and it has stopped raining for just a little bit. So it's been raining here for days and days, and currently Brisbane, which is near where I live, is in lockdown. We're not in lockdown up here. However, we were in Brisbane last week. So we have kept ourselves at home most of the last few days. So the kids were going a bit crazy, but fortunately they've gone to their dads this morning. So I'm going to get some work done and start to implement a lot of the ideas that I've been having over the last few weeks. So the holidays, when you've got like space and time, and which is not a lot when you've got the kids with you, but I often have a lot of great ideas. I have a lot more clarity in what I'm doing, and I have a lot more clarity in the way that I work with women, and I'm very excited to be sharing that over the next few days and weeks and months. So I'm excited that you're here. This Wednesday I've got a free workshop which you can check out. I'll pop the link in the comments below so you can check out that free workshop. It's all about the one habit. So we're talking about how do we it's like this significant habit to help you bring more focus and clarity into your life. And that's what a lot of us are needing at this time of year. And especially if you're going through significant transitions, which we're always seem to be doing lately. This workshop is definitely for you to help you kick off 2021 with like more clarity, focus, more trust in your decisions and all of that kind of cool stuff. So I'm very excited. I'll pop the link below. It's going to be happening inside my group, but I'll also share it to my page. So if you're following, you'll be notified, but I would suggest you click on the link so that you do not miss it, and you'll be able to get the recording as well. Today on the podcast, the topic is pleasure over pressure. So go and check it out. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, all of those places, and I will pop the video in here as well. But it's pleasure over pressure, because we put so much pressure on ourselves to change, do this, restrict here, restrict there, and all of this pressure. And we think that's going to help us change our life and improve our life. But I switch it, and for me, this is what's worked so well over the past 4 years especially, is adding more pleasure. How do we add more pleasure into our life? And that slowly starts to shift it. And I did remember seeing this meme the other day. It's like something about I'm going to continue to have more pleasure and tease life until it orgasms all over me. And I just like nearly wet myself laughing about that. And that's essentially what it is. We feel as though we've been taught so much about the fact that we need to restrict and be disciplined and tighten everything up so that we are doing the right thing all of the time and restricting ourselves. And there's all this pressure to do it a way that someone else made up, and we don't even know if that was the right way for us to be doing it. And again, the way things are done, whether that's the way business is run, whether that's the way you parent, whether that's the way you have a relationship, whatever it is, it was only done like that because someone thought of it and they did it that way, and then people just haven't questioned it, and that's why we're seeing so much change now, because people are starting to question that. And that's what I do go into a little bit more in the habit, the one habit on workshop on Wednesday. It's like thinking about, well, why are we doing that? Why are we doing it that way? Is that what we really want to be doing? And this week on the podcast, we're talking about adding more pleasure over pressure. Is why don't we flip that script? And instead of feeling like we need to restrict things, how about we add more pleasure in? And that was from my own journey of going from someone who was feeling so exhausted, overwhelmed, and just looking around as though this was not my life, to having a life that I fucking love now. I love my life, and so much shit has happened, but I still am moving forward and enjoying the life and the days that I live here. Like, this is amazing. And so what I want you to start to think about is, what pleasure could you add into your life? And I know when we think of pleasure, we're thinking of more sex or orgasms, whatever it is, but it's not just about that. So for me, more pleasure is a hot chocolate in the morning. I freaking love that. When I wake up, I go for my walks, I take the dogs, I have my hot chocolate. I love that. That is so much more pleasure in my days. I could be super restrictive and have the pressures of like, no, you can't have that, you can't have that, you can't have that in the mornings. But I love that. I eat well during the day because I feel as though I'm adding more pleasure. I'm enjoying my body. I'm enjoying my life. I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat crap that makes me feel like shit, although I do sometimes. And donuts is probably my kryptonite. But for me, it's like, how do we add more pleasure into our life to make that shift that we want to change? Because when we think about, we want to have a fitter body, for example, this is always my thing. We often feel as though we need to be super restrictive, and we think about, we just want that fit body, but we don't think about why do we want that. And generally we want that feeling. I want to feel energetic. I want a clear head. I want to feel like I could just go all day. That's what I want. That's why I want to be fit and healthy. It's not just for the body of the appearance. And so when I think of that, it's like, well, let's get into that space first. Let's feel fit and healthy. And then we'll start to do those things because we're already feeling fit and healthy. Because if you look at a fit and healthy person, they've already got that body because they tell themselves and they believe that they are a fit and healthy person. And so they make decisions from that space. And that's what the One Habit is about getting back into and understanding the underlying feelings. How do we want to feel on a day-to-day basis? And then living our life from that space. So I'm really excited. I hope you join us on Wednesday morning. And I will also, fingers crossed, have a workbook available for you to download for those that do come along to the workshop. And it kind of maps out this whole journey. So I'm really excited to be sharing that with you. And if you have any questions, send me a message. If you want the recording, just tag yourself underneath this video, and I will share the recording with you so that you do not miss it. Because I know with time differences, it can be a little bit tricky. And I tend to do all my live trainings when I don't have my children here. So the timings might not suit everybody, but that's okay. We make it work. Technology is amazing. So I hope you have the most incredible day, and I'm going to chat to you tomorrow.